Just for transparency's sake, the minute I finished rendering this video, it was then revealed that these Pokemon leaks are completely false. They are fake, as a lot of us were speculating, but I'd still appreciate you guys watching the video, hearing what I had to say about them, since I just took the time to make a video, and it turns out it's completely worthless. Hooray! But regardless, I hope you enjoy the speculation. There's a little bit of talk in there about leaks versus rumours, which I'd really appreciate you guys checking out. And hopefully you guys still enjoy it anyway, so here's the video. Oi oi girls and boys and everything in between, it's Ace Trainer Liam, and oh boy! Rumour time! So basically, rumours have started to circulate about the starters being leaked for Pokemon Switch. Pokemon on the Switch, because I don't think they'd call it Pokemon Switch, because if they want to have two versions like they traditionally do, are they really going to have Pokemon Switch and Pokemon non-Switch? It wouldn't work. But of course, I've seen the rumours, I've seen the images, and I've seen the starters, and obviously, I want to talk about them because they're like the most credible looking starters we've seen. We've seen a few rumours before, but they've all turned out to be fake. But these are the first ones that look kind of credible, and I do want to talk about them. But first, I really just want to address something. These images that have been released are not leaks. At the moment, as of this moment, you cannot call them leaks because they are not confirmed to be leaks. The only time these images will be able to be called leaks is if Game Freak or Pokemon give some kind of press release or some kind of trailer revealing these as the new starters, and then we can all go, oh yeah, that information got leaked earlier. Right now, they're just rumours. In fact, I'll just point you to this tweet by Joe Merrick of Cerebi.net. Leak, a confirmed bit of information that was released early. Rumour, something with questionable authenticity. Fake, something not true. So the reason right now these aren't leaks, as I said, is because nobody official, no one from the companies that make these games have gone, look, these are the new starters. Oh wait, you've already seen the designs? At the moment they're just rumours, because I'm not going to call them fake. I'm not at any stretch of the imagination saying these are fake. Because again, I don't know. The person who created these images has not come forward and said, yeah, sorry guys, got ya, this is all fake. You're idiots, don't worry, because they haven't said that. So all it is at the moment is we have some designs that have been released onto the internet that could be the new starters, but also could be fake. They have questionable authenticity, as said in the tweet from Joe Merrick. So all we can do at the moment is speculate, hope that they either are or aren't, depending what you think of these Pokemon, but I still want to have a look at them because, like I said, they're the most credible looking we've had. Like, looking at them, they do look very similar to the design sheets we saw for Primarina, Decidueye, and Incineroar back in 2016, which ultimately got proven to be true. Remember, the minute these were released in 2016, they were rumours, they were not leaks. The only time they became leaks was when the official trailer came out revealing that Mallow was in the game. That's when we realized that these were legitimate leaks, because we were like, well, how could this person have designed a character that nobody knew about, that nobody knew was going to be in the game, had never been revealed, and then suddenly we see this trailer where Game Freak goes, hey, look at this brand new character. Wait, you've seen her before somewhere? So that's an example of something that started off as a rumour, but turned out to be a leak because the company officially gave us information that allowed us to realise that this was a leak. At the moment, we got nothing for these new Pokemon, but let's have a look at them anyway, because do you know what? A lot of people are saying that these are some of the best looking potential starter Pokemon we've ever seen, and I'm inclined to agree with them. I'm going to start off with the grass type just because it's my least favourite type, so I want to take a quick look at it and then move on, because I'm probably not going to use the grass type starter. But we have a Pokemon that is based on a ring-tailed lemur. Now, I know we've had a lemur Pokemon very, very recently in the form of Persimmon, but of course Persimmon is a black and white ruffed lemur, not a ring-tailed lemur, so it's kind of different. And of course, with it being based on a ring-tailed lemur, it's got the whole, it can dangle from trees by the end of its tail and things like that. I like the idea that it stores berries in the end of its tail to eat later. That's a pretty cool thing. I kind of want to know, if it does turn out to be true, can it store more than one berry in its tail? Is that going to be a special thing about this Pokemon where you can have it holding a berry and also holding a held item? That'd be pretty cool. And again, if these do turn out to be fakes, I give credit to the designer for actually putting Rost berries and Pecha berries and things like that in the image, rather than just generic looking berries that aren't from the Pokemon world. That's a very nice touch. I mean, one of the reasons that so many people are thinking that these are fake is because they almost, it's stupid as well, it's almost like they look too real to be true, you know? It's almost like someone's worked too hard to make these look as good as the Incineroar, Primarina, and Decidueye. And I can kind of get where people are coming from, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but maybe they look so real because they're real. That's also a very apparent possibility. So you can't really count something out for looking too real, for looking like they've put too much detail in, because these kinds of design sheets are supposed to have this much detail, because these are the kinds of sheets that are passed on to the game developers to go, right, we've designed this Pokemon, we've designed all the aspects of what it's supposed to do personality-wise, here, create it in the game. So you can't really use the argument of they look too real. But coming back to the Grass Lemur, it looks absolutely fine. It looks worryingly like it will be another Chestnut. It will grow to be another grass and fighting type. And I mean, we've got Chestnut, we've got Breloom for that. I don't really feel like I want a grass fighting starter. Again, I'm talking about this like these are confirmed when they're not. I must stress, these are completely rumours. I think it's a fine design. I could see one sitting on Ash's shoulder, for example, in the anime, or one of the characters' shoulders. So, I mean, to me, it checks out. To me, it looks like an up-and-coming Pokemon, and I can see it being a starter because it's relatively simple. Like, much like your starters of the past, these are very simple Pokemon, which is normally the way things start for starter Pokemon. But moving on to the fire type, we've got this Fire Bunny. Honestly, this is the one to me that looks the fakest, if that makes sense. This is the one that, to me, makes me question the authenticity. This is the one to me that goes, hang on. This one to me looks like Bunnelby meets Pachirisu meets Plusle and Minun. This one is just the one to me that looks like it could be the most staged. It's almost like the person made the water starter, made the grass starter, and then went, oh, I've got to do a fire one as well. What can I do? We'll do a Fire Bunny, why not? I'm just not sure on this one. I mean, certainly I would not be picking this Pokemon as my starter if these were the three choices. I like that its ears are kind of flame-shaped. I like the idea that its ears and its whiskers twitch when it's emoting, but we've seen that with plenty of Pokemon in the past. That's nothing new. I wouldn't have this one be a starter. I'd want this to be just a regular find it in the grass Pokemon. Maybe it has one evolution. I can't honestly see this Pokemon evolving into anything that looks too different to Diggersby, except maybe it'll have flames for ears instead of fists. I can't really see an evolutionary path for this Pokemon, although someone will probably come out and go, it's not a bunny, it's a hare, or something ridiculous like that. It'll probably evolve into some kind of hare rather than a bunny, so it'll have like much longer legs or whatever is the difference between hares and bunnies, who knows. But I'm not interested in this one. If it turns out to be fake, I'll be happy that this one turns out to be fake. Like the grass starter, I don't care about the grass starter because I'm probably never going to pick it because I just don't like grass types. But with the fire starter, that would be something that I potentially would pick, but at the same time, it's so lackluster. I want this one to be fake so we can have something else in its place. But that's where my favourite type and my favourite of these starters comes in. I've wanted a platypus Pokemon for years. It's certainly my favourite of this trio, and it's also one of the ones that makes me think this is totally fake, because it's almost like it's pandering to the Pokemon Switch hype, because basically people know that a lot of us want a platypus Pokemon. So of course, someone designing starters who wants to create a reasonable looking fate that gets a massive buzz about it, they're going to make a platypus water type, because then they know that this thing's going to spread like wildfire, because people are going to go, oh my god, platypus starter, yes please, which is exactly what we of the internet are currently doing. So this is the thing that kind of makes me think this is going to be fake. I mean, the thing is a Pokemon that I need. Like, Game Freak can go ahead and steal this idea if it's not real. Find out, Game Freak, who created this if it wasn't you, and hire them, and get them to design another 20 to 30 Pokemon for your next Pokedex, because Jesus Christ, I need this thing in my life. But with this one, I love it so much, and I'm really unhappy that I'm stood here having to disprove this, but I feel like it looks too much. Oh, this is stupid. It looks too much like other Pokemon. You know, it looks like they've taken Psyduck's beak, put it on a kind of Bidoof style head on Pikachu's body. It's just a little bit like, even the image of it right in the center of the screen where it's sitting backwards just looks like a Pikachu back sprite with a bigger tail that, you know, the shape of the tail right there. Like, let's say that was the first image that the faker decided to make. it just looks like they've used the shape of the flat beaver tail to cover up Pikachu's, you know, lightning bolt tail. Like, it would take up that kind of space, and then they've added on the extra bits on the head to make it look less like Pikachu, and of course turned it blue. It looks to me like it could just be they took Pikachu, Bidoof, probably Squirtle's legs from the look of it, and Psyduck's bill, and then went, hey look, it's a new Pokemon. I just don't know. These are definitely the closest to real rumours we've seen. Like, if any of the Pokemon that have been rumoured to be the starter Pokemon for the next generation of Pokemon, Generation 8, if any of them were to be real, these are the ones that I would look at and go, they must be the real deal. So hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of speculation. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing my take on what I think of these potential rumoured starter Pokemon, not leaks, remember. And hopefully as well, if you didn't already know the difference between leaks and rumours, you now know, so then you don't sound silly when you're calling things leaks that turn out to be fake, because you can be like, I didn't say they were leaks, I said they were rumours, because that's all they were. So there we go, speculating on rumour rather than speculating on leaks that turn out not to be leaks. That makes people look a little bit silly. And of course, I want to know what you guys think of these rumoured Pokemon. Do you think they look really real? Do you think they look really fake? Which one, if they were real, would you choose as your starter? And what do you think they're going to evolve into, both type-wise and appearance-wise? Of course, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like button, and of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. Everything you need can be found on acetrainerliam.com, and until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.